Like, we've just edited out all the best stuff.
There's more where that came from. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Okay, I have to get all formal now. This is the bit I get really nervous, you know.
Oh, there's no judgment here.
Good, I'm glad. Flipping heck, there's enough judgment anyway. Like, do you know what I mean? Maybe we can talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. All right. Ciara, it's good to see you. How are you?
I'm really, really good. Thank you. Thank you for asking me on. I'm excited to talk with you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for taking the time because you seem to me to be busy, like not only doing stuff but cultivating it as well, like continually like developing, refining. Is that fair? I mean, is that a fair statement?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think what I'm trying to do right now, as in this week, is try to take action on stuff, but also make sure I've got time to like relax and to really like lean into not worrying, not holding, because there is a lot of stuff I'm doing and I'm trying to just not hold it all at the same time and just have that trust that it's all good. And the systems I've set up, even if they're not like rigid, there's somewhere out there unconscious, they're all doing their job and everything is going to work out,
And are you do you manage yourself? Do you have a manager? Like how do you hold yourself to account?
Just me. I have someone who helps me with some admin stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just me. Yeah, I
That
do
makes
have
it
a
hard,
mentor.
right?
I do have like a mentor in the sense of if I have any business questions or life questions, and she's great.
That's
But
good.
she's not saying you need to do this.
Yeah.
You need to push on and do this. All the ideas they just land in my brain, and then I'm like, right, you got to do it then.
Yeah. Can you do you find yourself are you ever in a position where you're not thinking, or are you always thinking and creating? Because for me personally, I think that's I've begun to realize and accept that I never stop thinking. Sometimes I dial it down, but maybe it's one of the curses of being a creative. I don't know, but how are you with that? Like, are you able to switch off and do whatever, or is it all still going on?
It does go on quite a lot. They talk a lot in my brain, and I'm trying to switch off and to rest. And I do think part of that is tied up in this whole self-trust thing of that everything is as it should be. But it's also having those thoughts and ideas is always great because things always do move forward, and you do have to be okay with change. Like the drum camp I did in October 22 is not the drum camp I do now.
Right.
And that is absolutely perfect. And that's fine. It shouldn't be the same. If I'm almost worried, I think, if I'm like, oh no, that's done.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to make it better or think of other things. So it can be a job quietening that down. But I do try to do that if I'm on holiday, whenever that is, or a day off, or with the kids. I tell you, being with the girls does sort that out most of the time. Because then I can pull my focus on them.
And I guess, I mean, I know what you mean. My boys are grown up, but when I see them, I like to be with them. I like to be present.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily saying to you that I'm successful at that, but I try.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. The worst time is when I am with the girls because, my husband's working, but there's this blurry area where I still do have things to sort out and they're urgent, or I think they're urgent. So then it's like a horrible hot mess of like, I'm trying to be with you, but I'm also trying to quickly write this thing.
Yeah.
And that's been such a internal battle. Like, is it actually urgent? Do you have to do it?
Big question.
Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I will feel better.
Yeah.
And other times I'm like, no, get a grip. Reply tomorrow. But
Yeah.
it's so hard. I'm not there.
No, it's interesting, isn't it? Because people's expectations are different. I mean, with social media, let's say, email, people sometimes expect a real-time response. And it's not always possible, is it? You might be like recording here right now. You're off grid for a little bit.
It's nice.
It is nice. Yeah. So for my listeners who may not know who you are, can you just tell us a little bit about who you are and where you are on this gorgeous planet of ours?
Yeah. So my name is Ciara and I live in Essex, and I've played drums since I was 16, and I've done the diddly drum band toury thing. And then I had kids and I decided that I wanted to run drum camps for women, partly inspired by Mike Johnston and a lady called Karen Wolf, who is doing that in America. And it was a massive shift for me because I'm a drummer who I really like odd time signatures. I've always been like a band drummer, even if I've had jobs that take me on the theatre and stuff. Bands is where I feel comfortable. And I've always taught, but then this shift happened because I didn't want to go on tour, and what do? Then I discovered that I actually love teaching and I'm actually good at it. Or I have the capacity to really listen and respond to where that person's at. So I started running drum camps specifically at women to just help and to help them discover the drums or to rediscover. So if they've left it for motherhood or a job. And it's been amazing. That was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm still doing drum camps. And I'm still teaching, but it's all shifted and I'm a lot more online. And I'm about to go to Barcelona this Sunday to do a drumming retreat.
Oh, wow.
So it's exciting.
Yeah. So, okay. So there's a lot to unpick in that, for me at least. So why the drums? Why did you start playing as a kid? Like, what was the attraction?
I always say I love Michael Jackson, and I was into him when I was like 5, and there's something about his music that is really percussive. All of the drums are like, hit you in the face.
Yeah.
Always love most of the snare sounds in his music, and I was always into dancing and dancing to his stuff. So it was always like a rhythm for me, and I just had a memory of being about maybe 9 years old, and I heard a drummer down the street, and I just thought, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And then a drummer came into the school that I was at, and we got to like look at the snare and feel the wires and have a go on the brushes, and I just thought, oh my God, what is this? But, I'm a triplet and I have 2 brothers. So a drum kit, it's not going to happen. What did happen was recorder and violin, which I was awful at. Shit. And then eventually, as life happens, I happen to be at my best friend's boyfriend's friend's house, who had a drum kit. I played on the drum kit. I then ended up buying that drum kit from him, having lessons with his teacher, and there you go.
That's brilliant. So, yeah, I like the perseverance and the resilience in that, because I think that's still prevalent in your career today. Is that stuff doesn't just happen, does it?
No.
You know, like the social post and all the rest of it. That's the end of the story. That's which is something that we try and teach our students here is that if you're looking at someone's social post and it's of a high level, there's years behind that even gets them there. And that's true of like even your journey into playing the drums, isn't it? Like that twisty turny journey, and like no, this is for me. Like it's not the recorder, it's the kit. I want to play the kit.
Yeah, it stayed there. I didn't, and I might not have known it all the way along, but it was evident when I sat behind the drums. I was like, what? Well, this is it now. Yeah, absolutely.
So did you study? Sorry, I interrupted you. Did you study formally in like a university setting as well?
Not at uni, but I had I had a private teacher, Mark Smith, and he really set me on such a good path because he was super supportive and teaching me technique and introducing me. He used to lend me videos, VHS videos of Dave Weckl, Dennis Chambers, Virgil Donati, and I would just watch and watch and watch and watch. And then he helped me prepare because I did an audition for drum tech and then for ACM. And ACM is where I wanted to go. So that's where I went, and I did the diploma, high diploma, and then the degree. And in between, I went to LA and studied at Llama for a couple of months. And then I've always had teachers. So, my last teacher was Bob Armstrong. I don't even know how many years ago. So, yeah.
That's an important message, though, isn't it? As well, like you've always had teachers, and even at the top of this, when you're talking about like you've still got a mentor, like there's still someone that you can reach out to and just sort of run an idea past or get clarity on something. And I think that it's fair to say, in my experience anyway, I'd love your feedback on this, but it's I guess is it natural that students are going to be like, well, I know all I need to know. Thanks, I'm off. Or like, and then maybe life teaches us that actually I need, because I've said this before, like even Tom Hanks needs Steven Spielberg, right?
Yeah.
So it's the lifelong learner approach that fascinates me.
I'm with you all the way. Like I want a teacher now. Like I have drummers in my mind who I'm going to message and set up some lessons. I've just been a bit busy and scared, if I'm honest. But it's something that I really value. I always think you never stop learning. There's always a fresh perspective. Even the inspiration that we're all after, I think, can come and be ignited by the right person. So it never ends.
What are you afraid of?
I think I'm afraid of, I think it's, maybe not afraid, maybe I'm avoiding just the discomfort that is going to come with learning new stuff. Yeah. And being vulnerable.
I mean, I think that's really brave of you to even say that, even in our chat.
That's the truth, though. I don't have time for anything else. I don't care. Like, this is where I'm at, and I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm always really curious by those players who are so confident, and there never seems to be any, like, vulnerability or any kind of humble, like, maybe this could be better. To me, I'm like, wow, I would love to. Part of me wants to be that way, but part of me doesn't, because having acceptance with where I'm at is really freeing, because I'm not claiming to be this amazing drummer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think. I mean, I've always known that in you since I've known you, but others might not, because we all mask, don't we? And we've all got that, that Wizard of Oz thing where it's like, don't look behind the curtain. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's. I mean, I my imposter syndrome's huge. Like I've lost a decade, maybe more, through not feeling good enough. And that. But I'm. These chats are trying to help me get out of that and move on. Because, well, these chats for me serve for several reasons. One is it's really good to talk with nice people and find out where they're at, what's inspiring them, what's frustrating them, just because we're all independents, and we're all working really hard.
Yeah.
And it's a big world, it's a big universe. And like I've been pro for 34 years, and questions I've been asking myself is like, how do you stay motivated? I don't use the word relevant anymore, because
that's good.
I don't think I've ever been relevant, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
do you know what I mean with that though? Like,
I think, but I'm glad you don't use that word, because I don't like it. I feel like it's fickle in a sense of it's not lasting, and so that doesn't lead to any sort of fulfillment, because you are just you, and that is it. That's enough. End.
Yeah.
So you don't need to be relevant, because who's deciding that anyway? I don't care.
Well, no, yeah.
Fuck 'em.
No, quite, yeah. I remember. Do you remember we had a day out in Camden?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, since then I've put 2 albums out and I'm playing again, and because like I was the blocker. It was me that was stopping me doing stuff.
So did you just stop for a while? What happened? Can you tell me?
Yeah, so I needed to spend time with my kids and vice versa.
Yeah.
They were 12 and 10. And they're not now. They're like, 25 and 23. But within the middle of that was COVID.
Yeah.
And do you remember we did podcast episodes back then as well?
Yeah.
And so we were all helping each other kind of survive it, but there was, and I did a load of self-development, a ton, and realised that one of the big motivating factors for me was purpose. So if I had no reason to play the drums, I wouldn't. And then what happened? And by purpose, I mean, do I want to play a drum cover, or do I want to practice a rudiment, or all like, what's the point? What's the purpose? I'm not in a band. I'm not record. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then what happened? And I say this as a warning to anyone listening to this, is I forgot what it felt like. The joy, the meditation, the fact that maybe that's one of the places where I actually did stop thinking. Was when I was playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I was kind of out with it. This was when I was out with you in Camden. This was before you'd written your book. And I remember, you were talking to me about that, because obviously I'd written 1 or 2, and you were like, well, I'm going to write a book. And I was like, yeah, you must do it. And I was like motivating you to do it. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute. Like, I used to play the drums. So I have put 2 albums out, and they were the purpose. Like, well, you'd better practice then, and you'd better, if you're going to set a kit up for recording, well, you'd better be able to play it.
Yeah.
And I'm not concerned about whether the playing's any good or not. It's whether I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. That's good.
Do you know what I mean? And that's why these chats are really helpful, because I want to listen to this in 20 years' time and go, here's my mate Ciara, and look what we like. Where is she now? What is she doing now? But didn't we have a good chat?
Yeah.
Because we moved too quickly. I lost a decade and didn't realise.
Do you regret it, or do you think it meant to just unfold that way?
Do I regret it? So I'm 52 this year, and what I've realised is, unless I am exceptionally lucky, I've probably got more behind me than in front of me. So it's not a question of regret, it's a question of cracking on, because I'm very proud that I took time out to be with my kid, very proud of that. But there are now a lot of people in my life who believe I'm a drummer but have never seen me play or heard me play. Because I think the years of me doing a pub gig are over.
Yeah.
I've done that, and they're great, and everyone should do that, but I've done it.
Yeah. I so hear that.
So I've paid my dues.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm better than anyone else. I'm not saying that. I've just done it. So what's my new purpose? And it's writing music that lives in my head, trying to learn how to record it. And it's all very cinematic and, Hans Zimmer. I'm such a fraud. It's
No, it sounds good to me. You said Hans Zimmer. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, but that's my inspiration. Like that, does it sound like that? No. Hear me, people. No, I'm not suggesting for a minute that it does. But that's the purpose. The purpose is that's there we are. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Or did I avoid it?
No, I think you answered it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, because I've messaged you, haven't I, from time to time? I've watched some of your videos where you've been talking about where people are critiquing you and or commenting and it hurts. And should it hurt?
Well, I wonder what about it is hurt. It hurts. Sometimes it hurts because it's true on some level. Mm-hmm. And so you're like, fuck, I've been found out. But then on another level, yeah, why do you care what they think? If that's
Exactly.
if you're not in my circle, then I don't care. I do a little, but I try my best not to. Because otherwise then I would never post ever, and I would never play because I would just shrink.
Yeah.
And that's not possible. I'm a human being. I'm going to fuck up all the time. My playing is just what it is. It depends what day it is. It depends what's going on. So if you don't like it, move on.
Yeah, that's strong. That is strong. I admire you for that. I really do, and it's something that I'm going to do later this year. I want you to hold me to it. I'm telling you here and now, I'm doing it. But I think it would be really helpful if people were posting stuff that didn't go quite right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we've gone into that zone, haven't we? Of this is the shiny output, and it's great, and everyone's great. and people are clearly investing like thousands now in,
Oh yeah.
you know, and then if I rewind a little bit and talk about purpose again, like I am the worst social, because I'm not, well, I'm not very good at it, but I don't have the time. Like to go to the length that like studio quality visually as well, by the way. I don't just mean auditory. You know, like I don't have the time for that.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
what am I doing it for? Purpose again. Like what am I doing it for? Whereas like with you, I get it. Like I get it. You've got stuff to say, and you've got stuff to speak to through your music. People to speak to. Sorry, camps. Like you've got your purposes. Do you know? I don't have that. Mine's not just for me, but it's for fun. You know what I mean? Like it's.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally do. And I think that's important. I was having a conversation today about this. Social media, like you need to have a purpose. Like why are you posting? And sometimes that can be really confusing because you see so many high quality, I've got this special camera, I've got this light, I've got the most amazing sound, and I've edited it, and I can't compete with that, and I don't really want to, but it can really screw with your head, you know? But you just got to try and block it out. Because sometimes it is hard, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I could definitely be in my head and go, oh, that was a bit shit. Or just hear the mistakes, or go, oh, I need to probably play a little bit so people know I can drum.
Yeah.
And they trust me, like I do know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
but then I've blocked myself quite a few times in that area. Like there's so many like reels that I have not posted of me drumming because I'm like, could do better.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's the purpose. I do want to try and show up and be accountable. And just sometimes you don't know who needs to hear what you're saying or what you're writing in the caption or whatever, you know. I always try and have a point. I try not to like post me drumming just for drumming. I always try and have a reason because otherwise I just think it's boring. I don't know, that's just me personally. I'm like, well, I don't, and on my socials, I don't follow loads of drummers. I'm not bothered. I go on Insta to connect or to be inspired. And sometimes drumming videos don't inspire me. I actually get inspired when I'm there in person and I can watch.
That's really interesting. That is really interesting. So what does inspire you today? I mean, because again, that's part of the journey that I'm on. Is that you know, I've been playing since 1985. So, and and again, I've said this in other podcasts where it's like, life is rich. You know, I want to learn how to tailor a suit. I want to learn how to make pizza. I want in Italy. This stuff I want to do, but it doesn't mean I don't love the drums. But do I need to play them forever, every day? As a younger man, I would have said absolutely. Otherwise, I'm not real deal. Like, you know, but I think it's an important part now of who I am. But it's not what I am. It's not the entirety of me. So what back to that. What inspires you now?
I that really resonates what you just said, because you're talking about identity, and when you're younger, you just want to be the best drummer. I'm speaking for you, but I feel like most drummers are the same. You just want to be the best. You want to be amazing, and that's it. Drum, drum, drum. But then you live and you have children or you have experiences, and you're like, well, actually, yeah, I want to go and visit. I want to see the pyramids, and
Yeah.
I want to get better at cooking, you know, or whatever. Being outside in nature.
Yeah.
I think what inspires me, I'm inspired by a lot of like female CEOs, like in the sense of business, which is so alien to me. Like a few years ago, I'm like, business? What are you talking about? But now I really see myself as a businesswoman, business person. And it's really exciting to me because it's just a way to create and to serve others.
Yeah.
And it feels like limitless in that sense and really cool. So I draw a lot of inspiration from female CEOs and leaders. On the drums, I tend to be super inspired if I see you. So I went to the UK drum show last year, and I personally love watching a drummer when they can explain stuff. So like Joost Nickel, he did this fun thing on the mic and was talking about the click, and he then demonstrated, and I'm just like, yes, thank you very much. Boom. I now know I'm going to go practice for a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Rather than I just switch off if it's online, if I'm honest. If there's loads of drummers, I don't tend to, it doesn't inspire me. Because there's so many things they can control, I think. Like, it just, I'd rather just be there in the flesh. Yeah.
That's fascinating. Do you think? Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's where I'm at. Like post-COVID, I just want to be around people. I know COVID's like years ago, but but it ain't. It's not really not in the fullness of my life. And I think, yeah, I want to be around people. People inspire me.
Yeah.
You inspire me. What you do. And I think it's amazing, and I think it's really important. I'm the same. If you looked at who I'm following on my Instagram, you'll see a lot of musicians and DJs and people like that, but not many drummers.
Yeah.
Because I put a post up. I don't know if you saw it. I put a post up where I was like, "Is comparison like the killer of joy?" And it is in my life.
Yeah, it is.
I can't do that.
No.
So like, oh gee,
No, exactly. It makes sense. Exactly what you said. 100%. No way. And also, I don't know about you, but with the phone, it's so noisy anyway, like busy. I think we said earlier, like there's no, people expect messages, you to reply in real time. Sometimes people will message you on multiple ways, Instagram, and then they'll message you on WhatsApp, and then maybe they'll email you. And so that can get super confusing. So then when I want to be inspired, I'm not going to look at the thing that actually causes me a lot of tension, and I want to kind of throw it in the bin. So the thought of listening to every drum video on my feed makes me want to just crawl up into a ball. I don't...
Yeah.
Heck no. It's too much, and I can't actually process it, and I can't enjoy it.
Yeah.
There's too much there. It's no. I'm not a fan. Even my heroes who I follow, I don't tend to watch too much. I used to, but now I just don't. I'd rather see you live, because then I feel like I'm fully present as well.
Yeah, and it is an experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a different thing when you feel the air move, as well as as well as hearing it. You feel the thing. It's different.
Yeah.
And also, I was watching. I'm a proper Stranger Things geek, right?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I was watching an interview with the Duffer Brothers, and they were saying, like, they've put so much time and work and energy and money and so much everything into their work. Please don't watch it on a phone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Yeah.
Like,
I don't.
because
Yeah.
you can't even
You
you can't appreciate the soundscape, can you? Like,
No. It's epic. People,
Yeah.
if you haven't watched it, go. Run.
but I was like, whoa, one of those moments where it's like, of course,
Yeah.
like, like music was never designed for a phone, was it? Like, to watch some clip on a phone.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think I sound a bit ranty today, but sometimes it can be so toxic, especially for like the young ones. I'm thinking if they're just doing this and they're just looking at drumming videos, it's got to feel pretty awful. Unless you're living in a whole bubble of inspiration and you're like, this is amazing. But I feel like that's probably not the case.
Yeah, and unless of course they don't have anything to compare it against, because that's their world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And do you find then that essence of being present, that fifth element, is one of the motivating factors for your camps?
For me putting them on or people coming?
Both, but let's go in that order. So, like, for you putting them on.
Yeah, I would say so. I think on some deeper level, and I feel like I always like to go deep in the chats.
No, please do, please.
On some deeper level, maybe I'm trying to recreate something that I wasn't given when I was studying. Because there was a load of fear. Even though I had amazing teachers, there was so much fear inside because there weren't many girls. And not because of that, but that situation didn't help. So I definitely felt on high alert and like I'm going to fuck up and like I'm going to fuck it up. I didn't feel that safe to fuck up, let's say.
Oh, well,
So,
that's huge.
Yeah, it is. It is. There were a few moments where I made a mistake. No, I remember, I'm sure it was an exam, and I mucked up, and the teacher was like, well, that was really awful. You mucked all of that up. And I was like, I know.
Thanks,
Like,
mate.
I know I did. Like, and I think that's all just been, drawn in, and I've thought about it a lot. And I've thought, well, in my experience, I've always known if I've made a mistake. Like, it doesn't sit right, and I always know when I fucked up. And what would have helped me is someone to go, you can make as many mistakes as you like because I'm still going to be here and I'm going to help you, And
that's massive.
I don't think that was really there. And I don't know how much it was just my programming anyway, or if it was that moment that didn't help. So I wanted to put the camp on to create the safest space ever. So you feel as relaxed as humanly possible, that you can make a mistake and go, yeah, okay, cool, let's move on. Let's just correct it. And I'm here to point that out and go, it's just this bit. If you didn't know, it's just this thing. That's all. No big deal. Let's fix it. Done.
I mean, without getting too philosophical, like you want to be in a place, don't you, where there's no such thing as a mistake.
Yeah.
It's just
Yes,
growth.
it's just
It's
a
just growth.
learning moment.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
I'm I'm resonating with a lot of that because as a kid even now as an adult that's me, where um, I, there's a lot of my own programming in it, but I agree, but also there is a lot of not being encouraged to let go in the learning environment. So learn what? That paradiddle or whatever. What does that mean? Like I'm like I was going to be a rock star as a kid.
Yeah.
So why did
Same.
I need a rudiment? Now I know that I do, and I know that I did. I know that, but it's the correlation between the two. It's the understanding of well, here's why. This is an important building step. Here's why. Great. Now I'm not that fast, or I'm not that fluent, or I'm not that even. Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't framed like that in those.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember one of my drum teachers. I mean, this is right back in the day. He loved football, so he had a league table, and you could see where you was on this league table of like, well, like there's about 30 people above me who can play a paradiddle quicker than I can.
Oh.
And like when I reflect on that, I'm like, well, gee, that's great, thanks. Wow.
I feel like on one level, maybe I get what he was trying to do and to motivate you to want to get quicker and whatever. But I don't feel like that's a very safe. That's the wrong. That's the wrong motivation for me. It's the wrong.
Yeah.
You got to want to do it.
And in terms of today's world, it doesn't. It's not. You like nobody thinks like that, do they? In learning environments anymore. But like, yeah, that was it. That's it. You just ultimately compared with everyone.
No.
Crazy. So the camps, I think you're doing an amazing thing with the camps. I think the world needs what you're doing, because young men need to learn from powerful and strong women. Not just men. Like we know all the problems that can happen with that toxic masculinity. We know that.
Yeah.
But I hope I don't have that. So when I watch your work, I think it's really inspiring. And I'm not just saying that because we're having a chat. Like I just think we need it. Like we need it.
Thank you. You are such a supporter. You're one of the good ones where you are comfortable enough in who you are and what you do to support anyone, no matter their gender. And that is really nice. And to say it openly, sometimes I think some men might not want to show parts of themselves or just speak up more, maybe, because there is quite a male environment. So I'm speaking quite vaguely, but in terms of like the drum industry as a whole,
Yeah.
to speak up for a woman, if you're a guy, it means so much, because it doesn't happen loads, but I'm seeing it happen more and more, and it's really reassuring. It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, thank you, but I do. I mean it. You know, it doesn't. I mean, if we like helicopter up to the top, like we go, it doesn't help me, does it, to not support you as a fellow human being and as a fellow artist, and I want you to be my friend and peer. I don't look at you and go, oh, Ciara's competition.
No.
Like that. So, but you need to be around long enough, I think, to get to, or to be inspired by the right people. I hope it's the latter, not the former. I don't think being nice should be an experience and wisdom thing. I think it should be just, the way that you're. This is going to sound really old-fashioned, but the way that you're brought up. But given what young people are experiencing online, even if they take 30 seconds of this chat and nothing else, please take it.
Yeah. Something's just come into my head, actually, is when people are at camp, I try my best to, like, really meet them where they're at. And, like, kind of, this might sound completely woo-woo or soft, but it's the truth, is I will try and hold them, like, emotionally in that space to just respond to where they are. So say they're nervous, I won't try and fix it. I will just meet them where they're at, and then gently we will move a little step forward. And I think some of the things that happen at camp, providing that safe space, is something that you never get online. And so maybe it's needed more because you're not guaranteed any sort of safety online. You're out in the wilderness.
Yeah.
You're not safe.
Yeah.
So I think that's why in-person things are so needed. So then you can just like, oh my God, I can actually just sit here and try and learn without feedback or, any discussion. It's just like, this is where you're at, done. It's enough. It's fucking brilliant, you know? And it's the opposite online. And like I said earlier with the younger ones, I just, I hope you're okay, is where I'm at. Because it's harsh. It's harsh. That's why teachers, I think, there's all this talk about AI and teachers, you're not going to have a job. And I question that. Maybe AI will take over. But I think you're always going to need people.
I agree. So AI won't take over, and here's why I think why. Is what you're helping with, what you're dealing with, is the human endeavor. Music is the conduit that music is the language.
Yes.
But you're dealing with humanity.
Yeah.
And that's why you'll always. I'm going to use that word, but bear with me. You'll always be relevant. Do you see what I mean? Because AI can't do that, and it's not designed to. But brass tacks, like if someone. Like, I'm going to talk myself out of a job here, but like, don't come to me to learn a paradiddle. I'm not here for, like, I've written a book with one of those in. Like,
Yeah.
In fact, I'll send it you. You can have it for free. But if you really want to do something for you, that like on a human level, then let's invest some time together. And I think that's what your camps do as well, right? It gives you that safe space where someone can come in a little bit nervous, maybe a little bit anxious, and then all those blockers drop. They let go a bit, and I only have my feelings really to base my life experiences on. Like, I love going to the NAMM show and places like that, but it's a hard environment to be in. We've got all these, and there's culture. I'm an Englishman. I'm quite a shy one sometimes. So how do I combat that kind of culture as well? The self-promoting culture.
Oh yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. But we've all got to live into it, and we've all got to say this is us.
Yeah.
But is it us? Do you get what I mean?
I know. Yeah. No, I totally get what you mean. There's a lot there.
Oh no, sorry.
No, I like it. I love it. With drum shows, I haven't been to NAMM. I would like to go. But with the UK drum show, I do find it absolutely overwhelming.
Yeah.
Because I can be completely shy too. And awkward. And just like, well, I don't know what to say. And it's just so many people. So now I try and just go for a day, not two. And just take breaks. It can be hard to take all of that in. And yeah, the self-promotion, I've been in situations where I'm with friends in the industry and they're just going, oh, this is what I'm doing, blah, 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 blah. And I just feel, oh my God, can the ground please swallow me up, because I don't really want to, I don't know.
I can't do it.
Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard. I've gotten over it a little bit online, in a sense of I know people need to know what you're doing, and they're only going to know that if you tell them. And I guess I find that easier because I'm hiding behind my phone. But in real life, if I'm in a group and they're all going around, no, I'm just going to go sit over there and have a coffee. And you can ask me if you like, but I don't like that whole, this is what I'm doing. And it can be a bit schmoozy, especially like in the pub. Yeah. And that can be really weird. It can be weird because everyone's like looking for the famous drummer to walk in, and then it's just fucking weird.
Yeah, I know. It's something I really try very hard to avoid. I'm not brave enough to be in those environments. I don't. I can be socially awkward, and I don't mean to be. I don't wish to be, but that's just how I'm feeling. Anxious.
Yeah.
I've never been the young hip kid, and I'm certainly not that now.
Same.
So
same,
I like,
same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I am brave enough now, I think, to say, well, yeah, of course I can play the drums. Of course I can.
Yeah.
And if somebody likes it, well, that's wonderful. Like, are there people better than me? Of course there are. Like, I'm okay with it.
When do you think you became okay? This has turned into me questioning you, but when do you think you became okay with it?
When I decided to write my first album. Because I was genuinely in the zone. Before we went live, we were talking stuff, right?
Yeah.
And my my drums were running the risk of becoming museum pieces. So I was getting into the zone of this is expensive to store. I don't know if this stuff has any value. And I'll get onto that in a minute, but I don't know if this stuff has any value. But it only has value if I'm playing it. Like, value in my life, value to me.
Yeah.
And the reason I say value, I mean, in terms of monetary stuff, like you, I've got some nice stuff. But it's not vintage, right? It's not collectors. It's not collectible. And dare I say it, strike me down dead, someone. But all the all the manufacturers are making instruments now of a comparative level. And I know that they'll all go, well, ours does this. And it makes you sound like that. Yeah, okay, great, thank you, lovely, thanks. But so does my stuff have any financial value? Don't know. Like I don't know. So if I sold it, I would struggle to replace it. So I'd better play it. That was the journey I went through. Play it or get rid of it. Not in an ultimatum way. So I started to use the word like realistic, you know. So not pessimistic, not optimistic, just realistic. Sometimes you just need to be realistic. Like that's it runs the risk of becoming stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't use the word gear or product. They're instruments. So play them. Or give them away. Like give them to someone who wants to play them. So I decided to have like one last bastion, you know, like play them, like put up or shut up. But I'm in the put up phase. So, you know, I'm about to start on a third album, and people are listening to it. Like I can't, you know, which is lovely, but it is for me. It's therapy.
Oh, that's lovely. That's good.
Yeah. So do I need to go to another drum show? It would be like I maybe I'm fortunate enough to say to you, do you fancy a day out in Camden again? Like, so what do I need to go to a drum show? Like, and I don't mean that.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone's listening to this who's never been, you must go. Like, you must experience it, because you get to see a lot of good stuff and a lot of good people. I'm just, I don't know. I don't feel okay. I'm going to level with you. I don't feel like I belong.
Ooh. Don't you think a lot of us drummers feel that way though?
I don't know. You tell me.
I think yes. I think yes. Or I definitely think who I'm attracting to my camps all feel the same. I would say. Everyone feels like an outsider. Is that the role of a drummer?
Do you find that when you look at photos of bands, everyone looks as though they should be in the band except the drummer?
There you go.
Different
I'm now
wardrobe,
going to
different
look.
haircut. No, please. Message me in a few days and go, oh, wow, I never even noticed that.
Well, I'm now starting to think maybe we play the drums because of these personality things that we have, that we're born with.
Yeah.
Like the
Maybe.
thoughts that keep just going. Maybe that's why you play drums, because then they're silenced.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah. I'm not good at the self-promote. Like anyone listens to this and goes, like, what is he on about? Yeah. So I'm going to ask you a dreaded question.
Do it.
Let's talk about gear.
Okay.
And I don't mean specifics. Like I don't mean, but I mean, what, given that you've played to a high level for a long time, what are you looking for? Like, what do you, like, drum speak? What kind of, what is it that makes you go, oh yes, that is that I've been looking for that sound for whatever?
I do really care about my snare sound.
Okay.
I have and I'm going to get specific with that. I have the Gavin Harrison signature one from Sona.
Nice.
And I just feel like, I've called it Gavin. He has, it's just so reliable. What can I say? It's just always popping.
Yeah.
It's always cutting through.
Yeah.
I always tend to tune it quite high anyway. I love it. It's just
Yeah.
everything I want in a snare. No messing around. It's reliable. And drum sound, what I really love is texture, like dry cymbals. I have this little stack, a baby stack. I play it all the time. I love it. And I have this trash crash that I play all the time. And I love it. And and I'm still on a journey there though. Like I haven't found yet my ride. And we have a mutual friend, Felipe, who has about 12 of them or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I should ask really him to sample, because I'm not there yet with my ride. I use mine all. They're super supportive with what I'm doing, and I just need some more time to play and explore, because I feel like I need a more dry kind of sounding ride, because that's what I like. I like to make things sound good and groovy. And I also like the drums to cut through. So I'm now drawn to like birch kits. Whereas before, I always thought, maple is for you because it's kind of warm. But I actually really like using birch at the minute, and just smaller sizes. So here's a little story, if you want one.
Oh yeah, always.
This is a bit of a name drop as well, so I'm not saying it for that. So
Okay.
it's a cringe. But
Go ahead.
I was invited to open up a drum clinic for Richard Spaven.
Wow.
And then you're like, fucking hell, no, I can't do that. I'm going to look like I'm going to be a laughing stock. Who would do that? That's madness. Don't do it. And then I thought, but the guy who's asked me is really nice, and he just wants to, give me a little helping hand up, and let's just do this and fuck it.
Yeah.
So I said yes. And at the time I was playing my Mapex Orion drum kit, 22-inch bass drum. So heavy, like
big
man,
noise.
So heavy, like picking it up, transporting it. So I'm loading up, I'm set up my stuff. At the time I was using Nicky Moon cymbals, and I had this alien cymbal as a crash. I still have it. It's got like it's got a face on it of an alien, because I like aliens.
Yeah.
So I'm set up. I've got this massive bass drum. I'm a really short person, as you know. So there's me behind quite a big drum kit. And Richard Spaven, he sets up his kit next to mine. And he's got the tiniest bass drum I've ever seen, like 16-inch maybe.
Yeah.
And minimalist setup. Tiny snare, I think maybe he had one tom, and then his hi-hats were huge. They were like two crashes put together.
Yeah.
And he comes over to me and he's like, what is that? Looking at my alien cymbal. But he was so nice. He was like the best person to, in inverted commas, open for, because he was just really lovely and just broke the ice and was funny.
Yeah.
And I just thought, thank God. If he'd have been anyone else, it could have been awful for my nerves, because they were through the roof anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Imposter syndrome was at an all-time high. And
did you enjoy it?
It was okay. Afterwards, I was like, well, I kind of feel like I belong-ish.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't feel like I'd embarrassed myself. That's where my bar was. I was like,
You wouldn't have done that though. Like you.
Oh, you can go to some dark places in your head, you know.
Oh yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know
So,
what you're saying.
yeah, I didn't fuck up so badly. I know I can play better, and I know I can play worse. That's where it was. But what I took from
Yeah.
that was the whole setup. I looked at his stuff and I was like, well, I'm doing this wrong. He's got this tiny bass drum. He's got hardly any stuff. No bother. So
Yeah.
then after that, I bought a Sonar AQX kit with a 20-inch bass drum. And it's so light. It's like a joy to just transport. And it's really quite punchy as well.
Yeah. 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 There's so much in that though. Like, do you think? I mean, I was talking to my friend Pat about this on a different podcast episode. Do you think that drum clinics are like the weirdest position for us drummers to be in, to put ourselves into? Because are we being microanalyzed by the audience? Is that the expectation, or is that the fear that we just take with us?
I don't know. I think who said it? I was speaking to someone the other day, and they were talking about drummers who have loads of chops and who are really fast. Mm-hmm. And they said, really, that only impresses people who aren't drummers or people who are at the beginning of their drumming journey. I just thought, yeah, truth. I think ultimately people are judging 100%. But I think the majority are wanting you to succeed and are open. I do think that. And I think it's down to you to see it as not about you and about the audience, to try and take that pressure off. Mm-hmm. So then you don't get into a, imposter syndrome puddle on the floor. And that you can serve people who are watching. Because I know if I'm watching a drummer, it is the moments when they drop a stick or they fuck up a bit, I'm like, oh, thank God for that. Or when they're talking, I just want to know more about them and I want to just understand. Those, for me, and everyone is different because some people do like all of the speed and the choppy stuff. But me personally, I like to know about the human and how they got to where they got to.
I'm with you on that. I it's almost like a Victorian freak show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, who's the tallest, who's the tallest person in the world, who's the shortest person in the world. It's just a bit, like when I was a kid, you'd go round the fair and all the tents on the side were full of like you could have a boxing match or something. That was weird. Do you know what I mean? But it was all that Victorian throwback stuff, like, and that's not what art is. That's not what this human endeavor is. Not for me. I haven't got time. And the reason I haven't got the time is because I don't have the desire.
Yeah.
I'm just not interested.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. I'm with you. Like, I'm not here practicing my singles at, 200 BPM.
Yeah. I don't have the time.
No, or I don't want to make the time.
Yeah.
Because also I do think I want a life that is really rich with experiences and love. And I'm not going to get that from a practice pad. Like there's a... I do think you can trap yourself a little bit if that's where you are getting all of your sources of joy, is from how fast or how amazing can I be at an instrument, is when, if that instrument is ever taken away, what happens?
Yeah, I agree. It's vacuous, isn't it? Like, because um, it's like the world record thing. Someone's going to come along and break it.
Yeah.
So if we turn that into legacy, then what would you like? And I don't mean this in a macabre way, but what would you like people to take away from their time with you?
That they're way more capable of achieving what they want to achieve than they think they are.
Mm-hmm.
I would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I
I'm just cheering them on. Like, literally, that's all I'm doing. And I think I don't want people to feel like it's some cheerleader, fluffy stuff. There is that. But I think you need to build someone up before they will then really take risks and then do the deep work emotionally as a human being and on the drums. Like you said, music, it's the human thing, because a lot of it is all tangled up together, like the self-belief and the motivation and going for things. They're all the same thing. So even though like the cheering on and confident stuff might seem a bit on the surface, it's actually really, it means then we can go deeper and we can look at your double strokes at 200 BPM, or we can look at this Latin groove, but you got to be ready.
Or willing.
Yeah. Yeah. Willing's half the battle.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the cheerleader stuff's vital, because being a human is a very complex thing, and you might be the first person that's done that for someone.
Yeah, 100%.
So do it. Like, carry on doing it.
I will. I can't help myself.
I reckon that's no, yeah, please don't help yourself. Like, help others. That's and you're getting a ton of fulfillment out of that, aren't you?
Oh my God, yeah. Like it's nuts. It is so fulfilling, and it's so emotional. It's crazy. I feel like I really feel things so deep. Like, even maybe getting older, it's got worse in a sense. Like, I'm moved so many times from just people coming and just getting to know people and hearing their stories and just seeing them achieve stuff and just sharing space with people, and specifically women of a certain age or just men of a certain, anyone who's lived and been through the shit. It can be so moving to just, I don't know, experience life together, I suppose. Yeah.
I think that's an amazing place for us to push pause. I know we don't have the time. I could spend all day chatting to you about this kind of stuff.
I love it.
So thanks for taking the time. Like, everybody's busy, and even if you're busy having a day off, thank you for taking the time. It means a lot to me.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for asking, and thank you for having this chat. I do honestly love doing a deep dive and chatting about all this stuff. It's so, I could talk about it for hours. I love it.
Well, I
love it.
These things are never going to be about like what stick do you use or what. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's enough of that out there.
Yeah, I'm not bothered. I don't care. I want to know the feelings. I want to know the person.
As long as you're using a stick, then that's okay.
Yeah.
So, Ciara, where can people connect with you online?
They can find me on my website, Ciara Drums. Ciara is spelled Ciara. It's a weird spelling, people. CiaraDrums.com or Ciara Drums on Instagram is where I hang out.
I will make sure that they're in the show notes, those links.
Cool.
So thank you.
Thank
Have an
you,
amazing day,
Paul.
whatever's next. Thank you. And yeah, I'll catch you soon.